Hi, this is Emma Toops, and this is day 3 of the video series. So, how did I get onto the path for military service? My family was middle income, but with me and my two siblings all wanting to go to college after high school, their income from being a registered nurse and a factory worker was just not going to cut it to send us all to school. We were each academically gifted, so we were encouraged by our folks to apply for scholarships. Now, I was in the band and I played the piano pretty well and I was in track, but my skill level in these activities was not really at the level of earning a performance scholarship. And I really kind of had no ambition to have a career in doing any of those things. What I wanted to do was to become a medical doctor. Now, with my parents being Filipino immigrants, they didn't have a lot of familiarity with service in the US military. But my dad's experience in the Philippines when he was a college student was that in their system, all men have a requirement to serve in the military for at least a couple years or in ROTC. So he suggested to us that checking out options in the military would be something worth checking out. Now, my brother, he decided to join the National Guard, and I did research and checked out opportunities with ROTC. I ended up applying for both the Air Force and the Army ROTC scholarships, and I was offered scholarships by both services. I ultimately chose the one offered by the Army, which was a 3-year advanced designee ROTC scholarship. And what this obligated for me to go to school was to serve a total of 8 years in any combination between active duty, National Guard, or the reserves. Now, my initial intention when I was a 17-year-old high school kid was that I was going into the military to help pay for school. I was helping out my family and serving the country for that period of time that was required. My intention was not to serve, you know, a lifelong career. But when I had served 4 years, I was a captain and I had a decision to either stay on active duty or get out and serve the remainder of my requirement in the reserve component. I decided to stay on active duty because I liked what I was doing. I had career opportunities that were exciting, sounded really cool as I progressed in my career. So I stayed on. And I eventually ended up serving 17 and a half years on active duty. And I retired as a major in 2013. Now, there's a story behind why I didn't serve over 20 years and retired as a lieutenant colonel, but I will share that in another day's video. So stay tuned, and I'll talk to you next time.